sister Barbara watched their grandfather and their father both become president of the United States. The twins are now giving us a personal peek into their lives in their new book, Sisters First, Stories from Our Wild and Wonderful Life. They'll join us in a minute to share some of those stories, but first, some thoughts on Jenna and Barbara from the two people who know them best.
Their grandfather was vice president when they were born, and a television camera showed up. And this is what's so pitiful. I tried to smile for the television camera after just having a cesarean delivering twins.
That's a lot of information to be sharing on the Today Show. When my dad came to Midland, Texas, the girls were like 3 years old, I think. And it was a political rally because he was the vice president. Jenna kept flirting with the crowd, maybe lifting her skirt.
I think she did lift her skirt.
Trying to get a laugh. Barbara was kind of taking it all in, was an observer. Jenna was a participant. It was kind of a reflection. Barbara's a little more reserved, and Jenna's pretty outgoing. It was an indication of their little personalities. Well, Jenna wouldn't be on the Today Show had I not had such warm relations with NBC during my presidency. I thought I was thrilled, because I knew she'd do a good job. I really was. Listen, I never tried to put my aspirations on them. My attitude about life was, we'll get you as good an education as we can get, and then get out of the nest and go make a life for yourself. And both girls have. They're great contributors. Makes me very proud. Here's my version. Henry says kind of awkwardly at Camp David, "Can I come by and see you?" And I went, "Yeah, Henry, but I'm going to be taking a nap, so come by at like 3 o'clock. Henry comes in all duded up, and he says, "Sir, I want you to know I love your daughter a lot," and all that. And I said, "Henry, are you here to ask for her hand in marriage?" He said, "Yes, I am." I said, "Fine, go tell Laura." He said, "But sir, I've got 4 other talking points." He didn't say that, but it was clear he had this
He wanted to keep talking.
He had this speech all worked out, you know. We were thrilled. He's a wonderful man.
I hope that they just continue to have the great life that they've already had, and that they help people, which they already both have.
When your child is successful in helping others, makes you feel great. I mean, it's kind of what parenting is all about. So we're very proud of our girls.
Hager and Barbara Pierce-Bush talking about their very personal book, Sisters First. You all know Jenna, who's a correspondent here at the Today Show, and Barbara is the CEO and co-founder of Global Health Corps. Great to see you both.
Hi, thanks for having us.
What made you write a book now?
Well, I think for a couple reasons. One, I was pregnant with my newest baby, Poppy.
Yay.
And I'm not, although, anyway, we won't mention the pictures where I look like I have freshman 15 right behind me, the very giant one.
That is baby 15, it's totally different.
Anyway, and we told Mila, her big sister, about the privilege it is to have a sister. Barbara and I have always felt really lucky and empowered by each other in little moments like walking into kindergarten, and in bigger moments like elections. And I think also we looked at the state of women in our country, politics aside, just women lifting each other up, and how we had this person that did that from the moment we were born. And it was such a gift. And we hope that other sisters, whether they're blood sisters or friends or colleagues, are doing the same thing.
That you actually like each other. They live 4 blocks away. Do you hang out together? You.
We do. We're so lucky to live 4 blocks from each other, and we.
Is she the first one you call if something goes wrong?
Yes. Well, she wakes up earlier than I do, so I always wake up to a text from her.
Yeah.
Almost every day. But yes, she's definitely the first person I call, whether it's happy or bad news.
You guys are very open. One of the things that's beautiful about the book is the stories you tell about your parents, who, anybody who's in political office, never mind the presidency, it will be, they sort of get this caricature of them comes out in the minds of many. But the stories about your dad in particular are very heartwarming, and the letters that he wrote to you after the Iraq War started, was it? Where he talked about how he hurts for you because of the pressure that you were going to feel after he made what he called the hardest decision a president can make. What was that like?
Well, that I'm about to start to cry. I mean, that's just so thoughtful, of course. And we were both in college, and I went to Yale, which is a pretty political campus, and I think that he knew, of course, that this may not be a popular decision on any college campus, and the fact that he even considered the implications for us is so who our dad is, just very aware of others and loving for others.
And for us and for so many others. We write about, we needle our dad. Our family gets therapy by laughter.
Yeah, we used to
and
a lot.
really just harassment of him in particular.
Just harassment, needling.
Yeah, and so we were joking with him once, and we couldn't make him laugh. And he got up from the table, and we were disappointed, kind of like we felt like our feelings were hurt. And my mom told us that a military helicopter had been shot down, and that he just couldn't rise above the pain that he was feeling. Mm-hmm. And then of course we felt horrible because
But now as a mother, you shouldn't have, right?
Yeah.
Your children bring you joy even if you're not able to express it in the moment.
Exactly. And I think sometimes for a president, there's these things that weigh on them that we don't know. But the other thing is he always made us feel like, and both of our parents did, like we were their number one priority. And so we feel very lucky.
That comes across in the pages of how much they prioritized you, how much they wanted you to be normal, and not put the pressures of the presidency on you. I have got to ask you about Laura Bush being a closet hippie.
She is.
Rastafarian was the word you used. Please explain.
Loves reggae. Our mom loves music. I actually always thought that she might leave my dad because she loved Van Morrison so much. That I thought he might be our stepdad. They never
Which,
met.
by the way, they've never met, but it's not too late.
Well, let's not put that out there.
Okay, we don't have to, but I like to set people up, just not my married
yes,
mom. Yeah,
not
that's
mine.
weird. Okay.
Right. Oh, wait.
That's weird.
But sorry, go ahead.
So mom loves music. So when we were living in Austin, she and I would sneak into, I heard in high school that the Wailers were going to be playing somewhere, so we snuck in to hear them. But of course it was a school night, and so we didn't even stay long enough for them to come on stage.
I know that you talk about your grandfather, who was also the president. It's such a weird family. And how when you went to his inauguration, you thought, no, this is what they do for grandpas. This is so sweet.
Yes.
Right? Everybody's grandpa gets an inauguration.
We were naive for a long time. No, but we also had a grandpa that babysat us all the time. He was a grandpa. Even before a presidential debate, he spent the evening searching for Barbara's stuffed animal, babysitting us, which makes you wonder where my parents were. They just had an important date. And Barbara went back to school.
So I went back to school, and I remembered, and I have this in my journal, I asked my friend Catherine Oliver when her grandfather's inauguration was, because I thought you got an inauguration if you were a grandfather.
She was like, Americans really love
our
grandfathers.
That's true.
Which is true.
And in your case, your grandmother really loves grandfathers. The love story between your grandparents, we all watched that, and you can see it now in their older years. In the book, you read about how in Barbara Bush's eyes, in her eyes, George H.W. Bush can do no wrong, and she can do no wrong in his. At 92 or 93, they sleep holding hands.
They actually sleep holding hands, but they have this little dog that is very protective of my grandma and my grandmother vice versa. So if my grandfather reaches for her hand in the middle of the night, the dog bites him. And he's also
Well, the dog bit me.
on the back of her pants and wouldn't let
I
go.
was dangling.
You know what? They got to toughen you up. That's it. That's good. It's all part of the Bush plan.
Yes,
Right? You got to
exactly.
grow up with a thick skin if you're going to be the daughters of presidents and two presidents. I don't know, granddaughter
Yes.
and daughter.
Yes.
The book is beautiful.
Thank you.
Good luck with
Thank
it, you
you.
guys.
Thank you so much.
Sisters First. Check it out. All the best to you.
Thank you.
Hello, Today fans. Thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Subscribe by clicking that button down there and click on any of the videos over here to watch the latest interviews, show highlights, and digital exclusives.